Okay, here we go with another episode of the Day After podcast.
What's up, guys? I hope
Uh,
everything's going well. Your summer's off to a good start and all
yeah,
that jazz.
isn't it crazy that we're already like almost done with June? Like this year is just like going by so fast.
It's crazy. I don't even know what time is anymore.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
Um, yeah. I mean, we're only a few months away from season 41. I mean, now there's even like leaks, quote unquote, for the cast of season 42.
yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah, that's been circulating. Yeah, it's pretty exciting that we're finally going to be able to go back to Survivor. It's going to be actually weird because we've done so many Brantsteele, like that's almost what this channel has become now.
yeah,
um,
exactly.
that yeah, everyone we do recaps of the episodes too, so get ready for that when that happens.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun analyzing everything.
Exactly.
Me
Really hyping up the first boots, the people who end up going out super early, saying that they're going to be the best players of the season.
as it always happens to be.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, we only have 2 seasons for a frame of reference, but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean we're both 1 for 1, so 41 might be our tiebreaker for
it's a
the first
tiebreaker, and then
three.
42. If we tie it again, that'll be crazy.
Exactly,
Yeah, I already
exactly.
have my winner pick actually, and I haven't even seen anything.
I've
I,
out of the
I don't
pictures,
remember his name. I just he used to be. I actually think that a athlete is going to win. I think the athlete that's coming is going to do very good.
I don't know names yet,
Yeah.
or I vaguely know names. Um, but yeah, I think once we get more data,
Hmm.
I'll make a more informed decision. I chose like one guy, the dude with white hair, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. But we're not talking about season 41 or 42. We are here with Survivor, Brantsteele, fans' favorites. That's right. I almost said fans versus favorites, but it's
Yeah,
fan favorites. Yeah.
exactly. Yep. Essentially, the pool for this one is anyone that has won a fan favorite award, whether it be through SIA or the traditional sense, where the sprint mobile thing, or the very, very one for All Stars, where you don't see him yet, but Rupert won
Yeah.
way back when.
Yeah, because I believe there's only been like 14 or 15 people who have won the fan favorite award. So we had to dip in a little bit more to cover the basis. We've drafted these people. We did an off camera draft. So these are the people who we most wanted to be on our teams.
Yeah. This is my team. Can I just say I find it funny that 3 people in a row are wearing orange, and I just so happen to be wearing orange as well.
Yeah,
This was not planned,
it was
but
meant to
it's
be.
exactly. So I'm guessing it's one of these three.
Hmm.
Just calling it.
Hmm.
All right, but first up, before we get to the Orange Alliance, we have one of my favorite winners, Bob Crowley. He's been on
Hmm.
our channel a few times. He's done good once. The other time, I don't really remember him doing too great.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, I like Bob. I feel, a very underrated winner. I know Joe disagrees, but I
yeah. I
like.
mean, it wasn't a good season. Like I get, and I guess it depends what you look for in Survivor. I look
True.
for the gameplay and the strategy. That season doesn't have it.
He made one of the best fake idols ever.
It was nothing. It did nothing for anyone's game other than look at me. I made a fake idol.
I mean, it could have been a flex thing, but you know, the craftsmanship and yeah, I felt like he was. Well, I mean, when he was in charge, he was a good leader, and like he was a. I just he was like wise. He did great in the challenge in most of the challenges. I mean, yeah, there are some where he kind of like goofed, but like
Yeah,
he was a good threat in that game.
yeah. And then I guess I also have to bring up. I think that this is yet again. I've brought it up. I think it's one of the worst challenge group of people that have performed. Like even the people that you think would be good at challenges, just like they just weren't. Like sometimes you have like a war dog that comes on. You like sure you look at him and you think he should be good at challenges. Like Maddie
Yeah.
was like that. Maddie was just like war dogs. He just was not good at doing challenges.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right. So next up in our Triple Orange Alliance, we have Davy, and originally from David versus Goliath, and he is one of my favorite new school players, and he's done very well on our Brantsteele so far. Making it deep into the merge, making it to the finale once. Well, oh wait, did he do it twice? No, he only made it
No.
once. He made it halfway to the merge the other time.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
In
halfway.
Love versus Loathe, he was the only
Yeah,
loved to not make it to the end.
yeah. But yeah, I think he's great, and I hope he does well here.
Yeah,
So
I think
yeah,
he's someone to watch out for.
definitely. Next up, we have Donathan from Ghost Island. First time on the channel. He's
True.
someone where I've had in the pool because he's a very likable guy. And, he has made moves in the games. Like I wouldn't say like he's a super major threat, but he is a factor to consider.
Yeah.
He has a nice like backstory, basically he takes care of his grandma, stuff like that. It's part of his charm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, my only complaint with him in Ghost Island is that man, him and Laurel needed to shake up the game. Like by the time that they had like were thinking about it, like
yeah,
Dominic and Wendell had just destroyed the game at that point and caused them to have no game. So like because they had multiple times where they were like, we're the swing votes, and then they would always side with Dominic and Wendell.
yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, but
Mhm.
I feel Donathan, he might come back. He might come back.
Mhm.
We'll see. All right, next up, we have our only Brantsteele quitter.
Yeah. If you go back, you'll hear that I said that we wouldn't bring her back, but we have 20 spots available with the fans' favorites. So
She fits the criteria.
she gets
So,
a redemption story. Hopefully, I
yeah,
will say she needs to have a
really
breakout
bring it.
performance. Otherwise, I think she goes back into that quitter box.
Obscurity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Elaine. She hasn't really performed well in any of our Brantsteele's
No, she made
quitting.
it to the end once in second chance. Yeah, she made it to the end. That's what made me so mad that she quit. Was she made it to the end and then comes back in All Stars and quits.
Ryan's memory is not always the greatest. That's not always true. I've gotten better at it, mostly for memorizing lines. Anywho, humble brag aside. Uh, so Elaine is someone where, yeah, I agree with you. This is her redemption story. I mean, she has the Orange Alliance,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
they brought Colton back for Blood versus Water. Hopefully, we don't get
I think
that again.
Colton was a rare case.
Yeah.
I feel like if they ever did that with Fair Play, because I know like he quit. Well, I mean he kind of it was
It's a
special.
tough, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Jeff Probst considers it a quit, which is kind of a very tough thing to get past. Yeah.
Yeah. But fun fact, he does consider, or like he would love to come back for a Survivor Less Legends, and I think there is like a debate for that, but that's a discussion for another video.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Jamal from Edge of Extinct, no, Island of the Idols. It's not alliteration. It's alliteration, but for vowels. Anywho, Matt, or not even Matt, Ryan. This is like past my bedtime.
Yeah, we're recording this much later.
Yeah,
than
and Ryan is an early bird.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was on our captain what did we end up calling that? Captain's pick or
Um, uh, that's a good
battle of
question.
the hosts?
Battle of the Host. That's right.
Um, and you originally chose him, and I was like, I did like Jamal. He not my absolute favorite from that season, but he was nice, especially during like the pre-merge. I enjoyed him. He was aligned with two people I enjoyed very much, and
Yeah.
he has a nice bromance, and
Yeah.
yeah. And as we've said a million times on this channel, you got screwed. You got
Yeah.
screwed.
Yeah. Exactly. It's one of the people that I was really upset when he went. I was just like, man, like I thought he was honestly a pretty good player. Besides, that first tribal council where they just kind
Yeah.
of sat back and said, "Oh, we're gonna be fine." Um, but I actually, he still has a pretty good mind for the game. I think him and his Jack relationship was really great.
Oh yeah.
Especially them talking about each other's culture and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It was a
Yeah,
great that was a very controversial season,
yeah,
but
yeah,
even that, it was something that did make a great moment from it.
yeah, yeah. He turned what would be a negative for a lot of people into a positive.
Yeah, which we need more of that on that season, but
Yeah, yeah,
it pushed the limits of that.
yeah, yeah.
Um, all right, and last but certainly not least, our third edge, or not edge,
you keep
person in a row. It's funny, Elaine is like the focal point. She is the corner of the Orange Alliance and what could be potentially the Island of the Idols Alliance.
yeah,
But that aside, we have Janet. She is no stranger to our channel. She's made it far in the game. She has made it not very far in the game.
yeah. I think she's been at first boot before, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like, I'm saying a little prematurely, but this could be one I could see her winning.
Mhm.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. At some point, she's got to get a win at some point. You can
She's one
only
of the
keep
most
going out
used
so
people.
many times.
She's one of the most used people on our channel. So
Yeah, yeah,
odds are.
yeah.
All right. Next up, another favorite that I tend to bring a lot. We have Kim. Now, Kim is one of those where she, for a while, not even a while, she had for like a Brantsteele, most votes ever against a single player throughout a season.
Yeah,
She held that. There have been times where she was an early boot. There have been times where she was struggling. She just never had a really stellar season.
yeah.
Um,
She has trouble getting control in Survivor. It tends in her brand steals that someone else is kind of controlling her game. Which is
yeah,
unfortunate, considering in One World, the actual season where she won, she was controlling the game.
dominantly.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So we're gonna see how she does here. Yeah. Next up, we got good old Malcolm. Malcolm, it's surprising we haven't used so much on our channel. He's a great guy. Yeah, he's you know, he had a good run, and we can't even fault him for the one time he did really bad because that was just a bunch of craziness.
yeah, that was tomfoolery at its finest.
Yeah, one of the most iconic and one of the most screwy eliminations ever. I mean, I think that's one of the things about game changers. There was a lot of like subverting expectations when it came to players going home, and so Malcolm was one of the victims of that, but
Yeah,
gave us one of the best tribal councils probably ever, just in the sheer like what the hell is going on and pandemonium.
yeah, yeah. It's a great moment. Like, don't get me wrong. It sucks that Malcolm ends up being the one to go there, but
Yeah,
it is a great. It's a moment. I guess we'll call it a moment.
exactly. All right. And next up from Game Changers and a bunch of other survivors because we love Ozzy. Well, people love Ozzy. I wouldn't say I'm like so head over heels for him, but he's on my team. He's the only person to be medevaced on our channel, and he did it as he is gesturing twice.
Yeah,
We didn't even know that was a thing
yeah,
until he came on.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun. Elaine also connected to Ozzy in the, breaking, subverting expectations of the Brantsteele of,
Yeah.
oh, we didn't think Brantsteele could do that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, and yeah, he's also in that kind of like group. Like he came back. He's been on, I think, like 3 times. One
yeah,
time he got voted. The only time he got voted out, he actually got voted out third, which is like the same place that his medevacs are also like being taken away. Like he
yeah,
keeps kind of going out in like that same
super,
like little
super early.
area. So he was also in kind of that Elaine's area where he's like, well, we brought him out 2 times and he's been medevacs. Um,
Exactly.
but yet again, he's one of the people who has won a fan favorite award twice. We literally can't not bring him.
Exactly, exactly. And you see that with he's not the only one that has multiple rewards, but yeah, Ozzy, Ozzy.
Yeah.
Not only does he have fans, he also has OnlyFans. I wanted to just put that out there.
Yeah.
Anywho, last, certainly not least, we got Ty, who has been killing it in our series too.
He's made
And
the finale like every time he's made it.
yeah, and like I said, I love the guy. He has a great alliance with Davey both times. I mean, it was shaky in the last one, but they still made it far kind of together, even if it was rocky. Um, yeah, he does great. Great at finding idols. Not only that, but it also showed in our brand steals. And yeah, um, the first ever SIA award too, which is also very notable.
Yeah, yeah, no. Yeah, Ty started the Sia award train.
Yeah,
It apparently Sia was actually going to reach out to Keith Nail from Cambodia and have him be the first one, but I guess she was too embarrassed, so she
yeah.
didn't do it then.
I just noticed. I might have to like look at your team, but I think I have all the SIA ones. Do I?
Uh, no, there's
No,
Aurora
not Rick. Aurora. Yeah,
and Rick Devens.
I definitely have six out of the
Yes. Yeah, yeah. The only two that I have are Aurora and Rick.
yeah. Oh
I
my
got
god.
the two
Okay.
edge of extinction people. So
Definitely, definitely.
yeah,
But yeah, that's my team.
nice, nice. Then I guess yeah, let's just transfer over here and talk about Aurora, one of the people who I was talking about for the Sea Award. I actually thought Aurora was great on Edge of Extinction.
Yeah,
It seemed like what's interesting was they wanted Rick Devens to go so bad, but then when he couldn't go, they would say, "Let's get rid of Aurora." And then somehow more tomfoolery would happen, and she wouldn't go home.
she. I felt so bad for her that
Yeah,
entire game.
yeah.
Like it just felt like Aurora. You could just see on her face like
Mm-hmm.
the defeat.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Well, it sucks because she was the one person on that tribe that bonded with Joe. She wanted really badly to work with Joe Ingram.
yeah,
And he's the first one on that tribe that ends up, taking the boot pretty much. Because they're so against the returning players. So she kind
yeah,
of, because she put all of those eggs into that basket, she kind of tanks her game because then the rest of her tribe doesn't like her as much. Like she's kind of put on the lower peg. But yet again, she makes it pretty far considering all of that. And she kind of, it seems like she shouldn't. It seems like she kept getting targeted.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that's just I never really saw it that way until you brought it up, the whole Joe thing. But yeah, I think that definitely scoops it in, and then there was a whole coup d'état against Ron's alliance,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, um,
Yeah, yeah. She got her kind of she basically got clipped at the merge. Like I'd say that was kind of like the moment where she didn't have the control in the game anymore.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, um, well. this is her Brantsteele debut, and
Mhm.
she better not fuck it up, or she goes into
Exactly.
obscurity.
Exactly. But let's talk about someone who is no stranger to our brand steel, someone who has been on many of brand steel.
Exactly.
We got Suri Fields, the person who is known for betraying every alliance she's ever been a part of.
Yeah. She has some dubious people on her tribe this time around. So
Yeah,
we'll see how that really plays plays out. Will she be the bamboozler or the bamboozlee? We'll just have to see.
exactly. I mean, it worked one time to her advantage. She's won a brand steel,
Yeah.
so she is potential two-time winner here. Because even that season, it seemed like she was staying with her group the entire time, and then at the end, she betrays her alliance to make sure that she goes with certain people to the end and ends up winning. So
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe she'll do that again.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Yes. Okay, moving on now. We got James. He was on our old school versus middle school versus new school season, made it to the end. Pretty good. But yeah, didn't come back for All Stars there, I believe, right?
No, he was.
Yeah,
You were thinking about it, but it was
yeah,
just one of the things where it was already so stacked. It was hard to choose.
yeah. He was like my alternate if Ryan took one of the people on my list. So he just missed the cut there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he played a pretty good game. I believe
Oh
he
hell
played
yeah.
two idols correctly too. Like I think he actually played a pretty solid game.
Yeah. Even played it for someone else, doing something.
Yes, he saved Brenda, right?
Yeah. Save
Yeah,
Brenda.
yeah,
Yeah. I think he was a great player. I would have. It was like him or Hayden, but as much as I like Kathy should not have won that season. Um,
yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate because that season there was Ty and Rafe who were cut right at the end, and they were
yeah.
both playing such great games that we really wanted at least one of them in the end and to win.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I think James and Hayden were also pretty good choices. And then there's Kathy. Like look at all of that the finale.
Yeah. Subverting expectations.
Yeah, yeah. So James is coming back. Hopefully, he'll do better here. Okay, we got another James, but this one likes to go by JT.
Yep.
Uh, One of the winners of their original season, who also won a fan favorites awards. One of the most likable players at the time, and then I feel like his stock every time he's come out has deteriorated.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, it just, I think it's like that you kind of see it when you rewatch it. It's like, oh, being one of the best winners ever, then coming back and then, being on a hero's tribe mostly because of likability. Um, and then like, oh, like that little inner trouble, and then he made a big move and it just did not work out
Yeah,
famously.
yeah,
And then trying to overcompensate for that the next time around and having a very rocky start. And
yeah,
then, yeah, the rest
yeah.
is history.
Yeah, exactly. But brand steel is a way for people to have more chances.
Yeah.
Francesca's been huge on here, and she's a two-time first food and actual survivor. So, you know,
Yeah. And JT, he's been on, which one was it? I think it was our last
yeah, was it Placer Threats?
Place Your Threats. Yeah.
Yeah,
And, he did pretty decent in that. Or it was either Place Your Threats or when we were the hosts.
yeah,
Was
Battle
one
of
of,
Hosts. Yeah,
and he did pretty solid on there. So, this is another shot for him.
yeah. I don't think it was good enough for maybe an all-star
No.
spot, but this could be the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, and now next up, this is someone that I believe was on Placer Threats. Someone who just was on it. We got Jane Brights. Um, she's known in Survivor, I guess, also in terms of the fan favorite awards for having like the most percentage of votes. going to
Yes.
her. And I guess it makes sense in a vacuum, I guess, because Nicaragua is kind of famous for its cast not being as likable as a lot of
Yeah.
the other casts.
Yeah.
Whereas there's a lot of breakouts, even if it's not necessarily a good cast, there's like a breakout star or two. Nicaragua doesn't have that as much.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Brenda, there's Jane, kind of forgetting the guy who the big country star now,
Chase.
Chase, and Fabio is one of those, I wouldn't say controversial winners, but
Yeah,
more so like a winner that is not
he had
as
no power whatsoever in
effective.
the game, but just got to the end and
Not controversial because of like meddling or like,
yeah,
oh, that person didn't deserve to win. It was just like, oh, yeah. It,
yeah.
it's
You're
funny.
just like, oh, Fabio won, huh?
It's just, I was about to say, this might be the like sleepy Ryan. At first, that's one second I was like, oh, Fabio, it's funny. He's the youngest and we have Bob, the oldest, but no, that's not that. But yeah, Jane.
Yeah. Jane made it pretty far in the place your threats division.
Yeah.
Makes it into the merge. So that's pretty good. Um, I think for me, I don't think I'm going to have her on my All Star ballots.
She has to
But
really wow us, like
yeah,
undeniably wow us.
yeah. I want to see, like, it's crazy because I actually think she started the game looking like she might be that All Star candidate with an early idol play.
Yeah.
But then, like, ever since then, she kind of just didn't do anything.
No. It was pretty much the Terry show with Place Your Threats and then another subversion of
Yeah.
expectations.
Mhm.
I feel like that might be our theme today because I keep
Yeah.
saying
Yeah. There's a
um,
lot of that.
we also have so many people that were on Game Changers as well.
Mhm.
We got Sari, we got JT, we got Ozzy, we got Malcolm, um,
Hi.
Ty. So yeah, we got like 1/4 of our lineup.
Yeah. Yeah. We got some of the big game changers who actually deserve to be on that season.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on now to Lisa Whelchel, who I think out of all the people who have won the actual fan favorites, she might be one of the more surprising people who won. Because she was on Philippines, which is a very likable cast. I think there's a lot of likable people on this cast.
Oh yeah,
Um, and I like Lisa, but she doesn't like she beat Malcolm. She beat Malcolm on his original season where he was
yeah,
like a big star. She beat Jonathan Penner, who was a huge fixture on that season as well. It's definitely surprising to see her this far.
yeah. I think because she's just like genuinely like a nice person. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think could it possibly be the fact she's also a celebrity too?
Yeah,
Maybe.
it could have been. Yeah.
Um, but either way, she was likable. A highlight of that season. And it's
Mm-hmm.
always nice to have, like, especially with a season like this, where we're choosing favorites and a majority of the people that we have chosen have played before. It's nice getting like a couple of newbies, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Well, that's when I was looking over the fan favorites, I was like, there are some people who haven't been on Brantsteele.
Yeah.
Finally, we got the number, so you know, may as well get our fan favorite season. I don't think I've even seen this on YouTube yet. Is a full fan favorite
Yeah.
season. Yeah,
Pioneers.
exactly. So yeah. Lisa Whelchel. Let's see how well she does. Moving on now to someone else who's been on Brantsteele quite a bit for our channel. He was in like season one, and then he had a
Yeah.
long break, and he came back. What was it? Was it in the series two, or was it at the
Last
end of
chance.
series four
It
or
was
season?
last chance, I think.
It was last chance. Yeah, Yeah, so he had this long hiatus and then came back in Last Chance. But yeah, he's one of my favorites. I love Edge of Extinction. Actually, I think it's a pretty good season, and
Yeah.
it's the Rick Devon like it's the Rick Devon show. It is.
Oh yeah.
Um,
When he comes back, it's just he makes some of the greatest gameplay, some of
yeah,
the greatest. Gave us one of the best like finales in the sense of like the
he's
whole all the fake idols, and everyone
yeah.
playing idols. Some of them were fake, some of them were real. It's just
It's
like
just yeah. I like we haven't seen someone play like that since Russell Haynes. Like
yeah,
no joke, I haven't seen someone just play that like just out of the box, just like fighting for every little bits. Like
yeah.
it was great. And yeah, it really is like from Kelly Wentworth when she goes home, like 80% of the screen time goes to Rick Devens from then on out.
He's the most entertaining guy.
He was great. Like I think he's very entertaining. I like he has to come back for another season.
It's a given.
Like if they did a Survivor Legend season, I know a lot of people say like no, only people who have played it like twice or more should be on that. I think Rick Devens should be on a Survivor Legend season. I think he's already a legend of the game, and he's only played once.
There is a strong argument for that, and
Mhm.
yeah, I would love to see him if it's on a legend season. I'm not gonna deny it.
Yeah, I think he's just great TV. I think he
Definitely.
goes home pre-merge. I don't think he makes it to the merge. I think he is one of the
I
biggest. I think
feel
he's like he's going to be as big of a threat as Rob Cesternino coming in for All Stars.
it would depend. I feel like it really depends on tribe chemistry for him in that season, and
Mm-hmm.
what are the other big fish, or what are some of the little fish, and
Mm-hmm.
what is like the vibe? Are we going after little fish first? Yada yada,
Yeah,
all that jazz.
yeah. I think he would need to be on a season with like Tony Vlachos. You bring Kim on with Tony Vlachos, put him on the same tribe. I think they're going to work together.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
So that is the world Rick Devens takes. I mean, he even went home pre-merge in Edge of Extinction and then comes back. So like it's not like one of those things where it's like, well, they're not going to want to get rid of him pre-merge because they will want to get rid of him pre-merge.
I can see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now moving on here, we got someone who's only been on our season 4 series 1 of our Brantsteele, but he was on it 3 times. He's a huge fixture of that season.
Mm-hmm.
If you like that series, like that part, you probably like Boston Rob then.
Yep.
One of the most controlling players in Survivor, and even
Yep.
in our Brant Steels, he
Yeah.
like plays like in Captain's Curse. He literally just made everyone say, "Okay, we're choosing that person. That person goes home. Sorry."
Yeah. And even with the Brochacho Alliance, like they had targeted him first because it was like he's the head honcho.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, he's a great guy. He's done well on our brand steals. And coming into series 2 with some of these new fish, old fish. This is for what you people would consider 2 a.m. This is like 10:49 p.m. Ryan.
Mhm. Yeah. We're definitely going to get probably a much more subdued uh, season at some
Right.
point.
Well,
Yeah.
also I have to be very, very cautious of my screens because not dead of night. It's it will probably be filming till like midnight.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
so I
That's
hope it doesn't get too crazy in the finale. I guess
it's going to get crazy.
it
It's going to
probably
get
will. Let's be real. It's Brand Steel. It always is.
yeah.
Okay, let's move on here now to Rupert Bodum.
All right.
Someone who also he actually hasn't been on Brand Steel too much. He was in All's Fair, and I
Yeah.
think he was in one other thing before that. And yeah, I think that's it.
All's fair. I know like he obviously had a prominent one in that one.
Mhm.
Um
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
trying to think what else he was in. I
Hunger
feel like
Games.
what Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Then that would be why I don't. I like as I said, there's like a few people in Hunger Games that I remember because they did a lot of stuff.
I think he died because of bullshit too. It was like
Yeah,
someone fell on him. and then Rupert died.
Imagine someone falling on Rupert and he dies.
I can't fathom that. I just feel like
Yeah.
the person would break
Yeah.
on Rupert and be like, "Whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
That's not good." It's my pitiful Rupert impression. That hurt my throat.
It was pretty spot on, I'd say.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So out of the actual Survivor, Rupert has made it pretty far. I believe he actually loses because he switches out with Laura. I believe
Yeah,
he should have made it further, but he basically gave up his game.
yeah. I mean, and you can't necessarily fault him with that because his wife, who's never played Survivor, wouldn't get a chance to play, and Rupert has played it 3 times and made it a legitimate run each time.
Yeah. I mean, I
So,
was talking about the actual Brantsteele. He did the same
oh,
thing.
he did do that.
He did it on both seasons.
Rupert, lovable
His
shit.
wife isn't here to ruin his game this time, though. So let's see how far he makes
Ooh,
this.
ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Let's now talk about someone else that's ruined Rupert's game. We got Russell Hantz.
Well, was the man who Honor Brand steals. He just does not get a lot of love. He does not.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a trend, and I want to bring this up because it's happened like 3 or 4 times that Russell Hantz has been voted off at 10th place.
Yeah.
It has happened repeatedly. He either goes home very quickly or he's 10th place. That has been the reoccurring theme of Russell Hanson or Brantsteele.
And I'm excited to see if this curse of his continues.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those things I wouldn't have ever realized that until I had to put it together that compilation of stats by how well everyone's done. And I just see like 3 different 10th place finishes from him.
Oh, Russell.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So,
yeah. By the way, we are doing it on Caramoan Fans versus Favorites, which was also the last original Fan versus Favorite season.
yeah. 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 Sorry. I'm saying yeah a lot. What else is new? Anywho. All right. So on my tribe, who are you feeling?
I'm really rooting. I'd probably say for Malcolm. I really want to see him make it pretty far. There's I wouldn't say I'm rooting for them, but I definitely don't want them to go out early, and that
Yeah.
is Lane and Ozzy. I
Redemption.
I want to see at least one of them get redeemed. Because I don't like having to put people in like the no more go spots.
Yeah.
I like Elaine. I like Ozzy, but
Yeah.
I also gotta be fair, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. I'd say for me, just because we're in orange, I gotta go for Davey. Also Ty, also Janet, and Bob. Like if one of the 4 win, I'll be happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's great because the fan favorites. There's a lot of good players. Like it's a good selection. They were voted fan favorites of their season.
Yeah.
Some of them on very good seasons with multiple great players.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so what about my tribe? Who you feeling?
Honestly, Rick Evans.
Rick Evans. Yeah, Rick Evans. I just want him to do good. He honestly hasn't done great on our Brantsteeles. He made it to 4th place at our first one, and ever since then, it's just kind of he's gotten worse.
Yeah. But we'll see. I think that's part of the reason why I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like this could be his season.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Just got a feeling.
I'm rooting for Russell to break past the 10-person mark. If he just even if it's just 9th, if it's just fine, whatever. But just get past that 10th place mark.
Medevac at 9.
Oh, that would be the worst. Or at 10. Imagine he gets medevac right there.
He would be that. That just proves the curse.
I was playing a Brantsteele the other day, and they medevacs people at fifth and fourth.
Whoa.
So literally, the final three were just decided.
Whoa.
I
Whoa. I gotta
was
ask
like,
you that
okay, well,
later. But that's heavy.
yeah, yeah. I also want to bring up Big Brother has a interactive Big Brother simulator now where you can actually play through the simulator
Interesting.
where
I
you
gotta
play as
test
someone.
that.
So we might have to do that sometime where we have us play through it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Um,
Alrighty.
okay, but besides that, you're ready to start.
Let's do this thing.
Okay, proceed to alliances. Okay, so the first of the Cole Tribe Alliance, we got Jamal, Janet, Malcolm, Ozzy, and Ty.
All right. I like this composition.
Mhm. It seems pretty strong. But then there's another five-person group over
Ooh.
here
It's
with Bob, Davey, Donovan, Elaine, and Kim.
this is hard. It's like legit down the middle. I would say that
I want to
the
point out though the Orange Shirt Alliance has stuck together.
exactly it is there. I will say this one, the one above, except for Janet. Janet's the only one that's bringing it down. I mean, Jamal is kind of like
Yeah,
but like not too bad. But there's two nines. Like the
yeah,
long-haired, sexy men are, like so for this because they know they need people.
yeah.
Um,
I definitely don't see Malcolm, Ozzy, or Ty flipping on this.
I can see Janet and Jamal.
Yeah, they can. But then here, I don't think Bob or Kim will flip. Maybe
Yeah,
not Elaine, but Donovan and Davey might.
but they can't orange shirts.
Yeah, you got to keep the orange shirt strong.
Exactly.
Okay, and then over here on my tribe, we got Suri, Rupert, and Russell in
Little
alliance.
heroes versus villains alliance.
Exactly. And then we got Aurora, Rob, James, and Rick.
All right. All right. Interested to see how this all pans out because there are three people without an alliance, being it's not Jill,
Jane,
Jane,
JT,
JT,
Lisa.
and Lisa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Um, so yeah, well, that's three people. So that this could really go
that's a
any way.
swing. That's a
Yeah,
swing.
even though this is only an alliance of three, like you get them to still go with you, and
And then
you
you're
know
good.
exactly. So it could really go any way. You could even see these groups actually kind of making a mini alliance together and taking out the three people not in alliance. They're
That's
not
another
with
fair
us.
strategy.
Exactly. So yeah, there's a few ways this could possibly go down. Oh, your tribe wins reward. They win flint
Hey,
and 20 pounds of beans.
I wonder how long 20 pounds would last, a
It
tribe.
seems like a lot, right? It's like I'm thinking about it, and it seems like it's gotta. I mean, I guess it depends on how much you're eating. If you're eating a typical strider, I feel like that would last you a very long time.
Decent.
But you're probably like, well, this is extra stuff that we got extra, so let's eat a little more.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the tribe and
Yeah,
how good they are at rationing.
exactly. Okay,
All
let's
right.
see who
Do
wins
they win?
immunity.
Do the beans work?
The
The beans
beans
work.
have worked, and your
Mixture of
tribe is
protein
safe.
and carbs.
They also win flint, so you have twice as much flints now.
Double the fire, double
Yep.
the power.
And my tribe is going to dehydrate. Malcolm has found the idol.
That's good.
That is good. I am happy about that. But Janet and Jamal have a major fight.
Talking about Island of the Idols and all the malarkey there.
Yeah, they're wanting to get past that season. They're hoping, that
Yeah,
they can move forward.
from that.
Let's see here. Lisa has found the idol.
Huh. Which she has been known to do just by doing laundry, though.
Yeah, true. while Russell and JT have a minor fight.
Digging up some of that hero versus villain stuff.
Now, if Russell Hance is the first boot again, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad.
Part of me thinks, I feel like this could. I'm not saying it's his time, but I feel like he knows he has to play hard.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna say JT.
Okay. I'm gonna say JT too. I don't want it to be Russell. I'm gonna be so mad if it's Russell.
Yeah. I want him around for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Okay, Lisa does not play the idol. First vote goes to Jane. Second vote goes to Jane. Third vote goes to Jane. Fourth vote goes to JT. Fifth vote goes to JT. Sixth vote goes to JT. Seventh vote goes to JT. Eighth vote goes to Jane. Ninth vote goes to Jane. One vote left. And the final and Jane. 6-4.
I can see that. Wow. It's not hard feelings or anything, but I feel it makes sense.
Yeah, so Russell's on the outs here though, still voting for JT. Surprisingly, they didn't target Russell. I guess they decided that they maybe need strength.
They need him for a little more, I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, Russell, Rupert, Jane, and Cerise. So it's that heroes versus villains alliance plus Jane. I mean, Russell shouldn't have targeted one of the swing votes. I think that was a bad choice.
Oh, live and learn.
Yeah.
Unless you're voted out.
Yeah, he might learn real quick. Okay.
Roughly the same.
Yeah, everything looks the same here. I think it's the same. Okay, let's see who wins immunity.
Come on.
My tribe wins immunity. Russell is safe and will not go home next. And they also receive fishing gear for reward.
Oh, and Rupert has it too, so that's...
Yeah, Rupert gets to fish. He gets to play his game. This is now a very weak alliance.
My orange shirts.
They have turned on each other.
My orange shirts, no.
So quick to give up on this alliance. Well, the behavior of Rick is becoming appreciated around camp. Good for him.
Very good for him.
Okay. So it's probably someone from that alliance. So it's either the orange shirts, Bob, and some. And who?
Kim,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's one of them. I'm just not sure who.
I don't want it to be any of. It's like I like them all, and I don't want Jonathan to go home because I feel like it's his first time out here. Yeah. I want him to say a little.
Yeah, he's probably out of those 5. He's probably the least my least liked one out of the 5 of them. So
I mean, okay. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, don't go just yet. Yeah. Elaine, I'm with you. I want her to have this redemption arc.
Yeah.
Also, she's another orange shirt.
Exactly. Keep the orange shirts alive.
I'm gonna say Kim because she's no stranger to going home early. It sucks to say that, but
okay. Malcolm does not play the idol. First vote goes to Elaine. Second vote goes to Elaine. Third vote goes to Ty. I don't want. Fourth vote goes to Ty. I don't want either of them to go home. This is terrible. Fifth vote goes to Ty.
Better not.
Sixth vote goes to Ty. Seventh vote goes to Elaine. Eighth vote goes to Ty. Ninth vote goes to Elaine. 10th vote goes to Elaine. We are tied 5-5. So they stuck strong, but now this is where their loyalties are really tested.
Is this going to result in a tiebreaker? I had
It
to
might
think
if
about
the if Ty also goes home, if they flip it on Ty, that would really be a tiebreaker.
exactly.
Yeah.
Ryan tried to make it work, but 11 p.m. brain.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, I mean it's either Rocks or Relane goes home. I think those are the options.
So
Yeah. First one goes to Relane. Second one goes to Relane. Third one goes to Ty. Fourth one goes to Relane. Fifth one goes to Relane. Sixth one goes to Ty. Seventh vote goes to Ty.
don't.
Eighth vote goes to Elaine.
Oh.
Back in the box. Back in the box.
Oh. Orange shirts.
That's brutal. So Donathan flips.
Honest. The orange shirt.
The
No.
only one to flip was Donathan. He didn't want to risk his game. He said, Elaine's been here twice before. It's my first time.
Jonathan, why?
Yeah. Yikes. Well, he did what he had to stay in the game one more round. It might buy him some loyalty with these people. Make it so that Bob, Davey, and Kim are the next ones to go.
Well, I mean, they're all kind of screwed in a sense.
Yeah. Okay. Immunity. My tribe wins immunity. Chairs, pillows, a blanket, a tarp, and rope.
Good for you. Good. Good for you.
We're having fun over here. Russell rustled some feathers, but now we're having a good old time.
I'm just chilling with that idol. Nothing happened.
But Lisa isolates herself from the tribe just like she did in the Philippines.
I also like how both the people from Philippines both have an idol.
That's true. Yeah. That's how funny how that worked out. Okay, so one of those four.
Betrayed me. Betrayed the orange shirts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it might be Jonathan here. First vote goes to Ty. Second vote goes to Ty. Third vote goes to Davey.
it better not.
Fourth vote goes to Ty.
Why? What the fuck?
Fifth vote goes to Ty. Sixth vote goes to Davey. Seventh vote goes to Davey. Eighth vote goes to Davey. Ninth vote and player leaving is Davey. Wow.
Are you sure this is a Brantsteele simulator and not John Kramer's Saw simulator?
Oh wow! The Orange Shirt Alliance is now I think going to be the worst alliance in our Brantsteele history.
No.
Donathan, the last one surviving because he's the one that betrayed the alliance.
Gosh darn it.
Damn. Yeah, you're going to have to hope they win immunity if Donathan doesn't go home here.
Just notice Donovan and I are kind of look alike right now. He has the comb over orange shirt.
True. Donovan's currently, occasionally there's been kind of a Ryan substitute that's been on our brand still, like a Ryan Ulrich or whatever. I think Donovan might be the Ryan substitute.
It's purely because it looks. I guess.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think you have a lot of other things in common other than that, but.
I mean, I do care a lot about my grandma, but
there is that. Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This is just not looking very good for this alliance.
Yeah, it's going to go bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, reward challenge. Your tribe wins reward. They win a visit by a local bushman.
Nice.
Teach them how to properly forage and find stuff.
Yeah, that can be helpful. Does it help them win immunity?
It does not. Oh my
God.
God. How does this
Donovan.
happen? Like it happens a lot.
I think it's because of this is also one where one team really got decimated.
Yeah. Um,
Maybe sometimes the simulator takes that into account.
yeah. Well, what's interesting is that I usually put myself at like the top area because I'm like, hey, usually that's the one that usually seems to win a lot. So I put myself at the bottom, just being like, I'll probably lose, but whatever.
No,
And somehow it's not doing that.
it's it's just like it's Ryan. It's
Yeah.
Ryan.
Weird.
It,
Your tribe's also just not doing anything.
it's just like screw it. Let's just get rid of
They
them.
know that that they don't need to play. They've
They're
won.
wearing orange. Get rid of them. They're
Yeah.
spies because the other team is orange.
Yeah. I mean, my group's having like little things happening, like JT and James are having a minor fight, but they're
James
probably
is
talking
like,
about the worst, dumbest move in Survivor.
I think it's that, and it's like, I'm James. I'm like, yeah, but I'm JT. And it's like,
Yeah, fighting over who gets to be called James.
and I'm like, you have it, James. I go by JT. And it's like, no, we need to fight about this. There's nothing else going on.
Yeah. Okay. So Donathan, Bob, or Kim?
I'm gonna go Donovan. Let's just get all the orange
Them
shirts
all out
out.
of the way.
Rip the band-aid off.
Yeah. First vote goes to Kim, though. Second vote goes to Malcolm.
It's
Third vote
Kim.
goes to Kim. Fourth vote goes to Malcolm. Fifth vote goes to Malcolm. Sixth vote goes to Kim. Seventh vote goes to Kim. Eighth vote and player leaving is Kim. I gotta
Dang
say,
it.
so far, a very down the middle pre-merge. There's no variance happening.
Nope. Nope. Yeah.
I really hope your tribe wins immunity because we need to go to my tribe because there's going to be at least something interesting happening over here, I think.
I just need this tribe swap
Yeah.
badly.
Bob and Donovan, though, it could
That's
be
all
a
they
huge
got.
comeback story if they make it to the end.
They could.
Okay, immunity. Your tribe wins immunity.
Okay. Okay.
You're safe.
I'll take it.
Bob and Donovan get to make it one more episode at least. I think Donovan, though, by flipping, did guarantee him probably to have Bob be the next one to get pushed under.
Maybe because Donovan can be a 6, especially when there's a tribe swap. Depending on how the numbers lie.
Yeah.
Be beneficial.
Janet and Bob bond slightly.
Old wise people, being old wise people talking.
Rupert and Aurora bond slightly.
Okay.
That's all that's going on over here.
I don't know. It's been so long.
Yeah, we have. It's been since episode 1. This tribe.
I know Russell and Rupert are on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who was the other person that voted for.
It was Lisa, right? Oh no, it was Suri. It was the Heroes versus Villains alliance.
So it could be one of them.
Yeah, but it's also been so long that.
Does it even matter now?
It really, I don't think it does. I think if it's not back to back, it's hard to judge by a previous tribal.
Yeah. I'm gonna say. Just because Suri has done so much for this channel, I feel like it might be her.
You think it's Suri? Man, I hope it's not. It might be James though. Russell could still get his way. He wanted James gone in episode 1. Russell is not the kind of person to just forgive and forget.
That's a very valid point.
Yeah. Okay, Lisa does not play the idol. First vote goes to JT. Second vote goes to JT. Third vote goes to JT. Fourth vote goes to Russell. It's the Russell versus JT showdown. Fifth vote goes to JT.
Someone moved. Oh no.
Sixth vote. Oh wow, an 8-1. Ooh. They really just said, "Hey, let's just vote off JT."
Sayonara.
Wow. So there goes one of the first people from Heroes versus Villains on my tribe to go home.
Yeah.
I had a lot of them. I guess I didn't say that, but yeah, I had a lot of them.
Yeah, yeah. You have like
It was 1, 2,
six
3, 4, 5, 6.
six
I
of
had
them.
6 of the 10 or Heroes versus Villains.
Yeah. Funny enough.
Yeah. Okay. Here we are, episode 6. Reward
Not much
challenge.
changed.
Yeah, everything looks pretty much the same. And my tribe wins reward. They win steaks, sausages, vegetables, condiments, and wine.
Sounds delicious.
But your tribe wins immunity.
But not as sweet as victory.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Yet again, I think Bob or Donathan are still probably the outs here.
Yeah, yeah. They just
Bob also got in with Janet, so it might have actually been Donathan going home if they lost.
pretty much. He also has an orange shirt.
Yep, exactly. Malcolm and Bob bond fights
Bob
late.
playing a great social game right now.
He's trying to get his way back into this game right now.
I might prematurely put him on my all-star list, but
all-star.
we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So Rupert and Suri have a minor fight though. It could be Rupert or Suri.
I feel so because JT is gone. This alliance is already kind of like on the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's one of the two. I'm not sure which one though. I don't know which one has more sway with the rest of the tribe.
Maybe Rupert because he bonded with Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Let's see. Lisa does not play the idol.
I see a red
First
hat.
vote goes to Boston Rob, though. That's not it. You don't go for Boston Rob unless you get him. Second vote goes to Russell. Russell versus Boston Rob.
Just Russell versus
Third
everyone.
vote goes to Russell.
Russell versus the world.
Fourth vote goes to Boston Rob. I mean, let's be real. If he goes back on the Shriver, that's what's going to be the case.
Yeah.
Fifth vote goes to Boston Rob. Sixth vote goes to Boston Rob. Seventh vote goes to Russell. Eighth vote and final vote goes to Russell. We are tied 4-4.
Will it tie again?
Yeah. It's not Suri or Rupert, which is surprising.
A
First
little.
vote goes to Boston Rob. Second vote goes to Russell. Third vote goes to Russell. Fourth vote goes to Boston Rob. Fifth vote goes to Boston Rob.
Is it?
Sixth vote, and we are tied. We are going to Rocks in the pre-merge.
Who the fuck would go to Rocks for Russell?
And Boston Rob.
I can kind of get Boston Rob because
maybe if you're intimidated from him, if you're afraid that somehow he'll survive.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, but Russell really all right. Well, we're going to Rocks.
Yeah, Russell.
Rupert
He's got people behind him right now.
Rupert or Suri.
It might still be them, yeah. It's Lisa with an idol in her pocket. With an idol in her pocket. Oh my god.
Ooh. Ooh.
That is a brutal one. Okay, I don't think we've had a brutal elimination yet. This has been a brutal elimination.
Ooh. The only one I think that trumps it is Ron because it happens similar, but this is like this hurts in a different aspect.
Yeah.
She vote. It's because of her loyalty to Russell.
To Boston Rob.
No, to Russell because that's who Lisa voted for.
Yeah.
So, ooh.
Yeah, so Aurora voted for Russell, Sheree voted for Boston Rob, James voted for Russell, Lisa voted for Boston Rob, Rick voted for Russell, Boston Rob voted for Russell, Cooper voted for Boston Rob, Russell voted for Boston Rob. So, yikers right here.
Damn.
Lisa going home there. Well,
All right.
5 of the 10 heroes versus villains on my tribe are still here, though. It's heroes versus villains in Edge of Extinction.
Heroes and Edge, and mine is Game Changers, and well, it was more so Game Changers for a while.
Yeah, Game
It's a
Changers,
little
Island of the
broken
Idols,
now. Island of the Idols,
and then the Misfits.
yeah.
Okay, well, we got to swap though. So
No.
the game's going to get shaken up.
Yeah.
Okay, so the new Bacall tribe is Aurora, Sari, Jamal, Malcolm, Ozzy, Russell, and Ty.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
So
benefiting your tribe.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4-3 switch there. And then on the new Goda tribe, we got Bob, Donathan, James, Janet, Rick Devins, Rob, and Rupert.
I feel I have the advantage on both teams. One, because the 4 that stayed were in the majority of alliance. And on this one, Bob, really great at the social game, is an alliance, albeit a weak alliance, with Donathan, and, has bonded with Janet. All he has to do is swing one more, and they're kind of fractured because they could get Rupert because he was in the bottom of that alliance.
Yeah, this might have been honestly like the perfect switch for
scenario.
Yeah. So it's probably one of my group if they go home here. My only hope really is if Bob, Janet, and Jonathan can't sway someone.
Yeah.
Okay. Alliances. And more alliances here. I'm surprised that, I feel like they should be more than a 3. I feel at this point.
Yeah. Especially since they're the last 2 of that.
Yeah, and they've been voting together. Like, even though they're on the outs every time, they have stuck together.
Let's see.
And the Bacall tribe wins immunity.
All right. So here's the moment of truth.
Yeah. This is now a medium strength alliance. It has gone down.
Janet's not there, I guess.
Yeah. Rupert has found the idol.
This could be motivation for him to swap.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. A very weak alliance now.
It's got to be Rob, James, or Rick.
Wow, I actually think that my alliance is going to flip. It's going to happen now.
I stand by it. It's James, Rick, or Rob.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if Rick goes home here, though, because then my heroes versus villains tribe still sticks together.
I don't want him to go. I'm rooting for him on your side.
Yeah, I am the same. I really want him to make it at least to the merge. At least make it there.
Yeah. Say maybe James. I'm gonna aim for James.
Yeah.
I did not mean for that to rhyme.
Okay, so Rupert doesn't play the idol. First vote goes to Jonathan. Second vote goes to Rupert's. Third vote goes to Rupert's. Fourth vote goes to Donathan. Fifth vote goes to Donathan. Sixth vote and player leaving is Donathan. Donathan has finally been taken down. Bob voted with him. Only person who wanted to vote with him. Even Janet voted Donathan.
Rats. Well, Bob, time to bring up that social game to an 11, a 12.
Yeah. He's definitely in a very dangerous spot right now.
He needs to make it a 12 in order to get to 12.
Yeah, at this point, he needs to start trying to just throw Janet under the bus. I think that's his. Yeah. I think that's his plan. I think that's the only way he can survive.
That's probably you're totally right about that. Yeah.
Okay. Alliances. Okay, reward challenge. The Bacall tribe wins reward. They win a trip to another island. There is a coffee bar, cookies, croissants, and brownies.
Delicious.
And who wins immunity? The Goda tribe wins immunity. Bob is sticking around.
Nice.
Bob is getting like a winner's edit right now, if anything. He is getting.
We got Bob, got Janet.
He has yet to be on the right side of a vote. But it's like it doesn't matter. Like he's somehow still around.
It's a trooper.
Okay, Suri and Ty Bonsteisle. And Rupert has title. Okay.
All
So
right.
it's most likely one of my peeps.
I'm thinking maybe Aurora.
I can see Aurora. I can also
Aurora.
see Suri.
I don't know. I feel like to just really have numbers. Also, I think Aurora was part of that. I think it could be a thing, and part of the reason why they would have probably gotten rid of Janet was because of the ties Aurora may have with the Majority Alliance there
Hmm.
on the
Yeah,
original Orange tribe.
yeah, true. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really could see it being any one of my three because I could see them going for Russell too because it's Russell. Yeah. Take that yawn in.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know, right? It's 11:25 now. We're still
I'm an
going
old
halfway.
person.
Yeah. Okay.
Old.
Malcolm does not play the idol. First vote goes to Suri. Second vote goes to Suri. Third vote goes to Ozzy. Fourth vote goes to Suri. Fifth vote goes to Ozzy. Sixth vote and player leading is Suri in a 5-2 vote. Who stuck true with her? It was Russell. So even Aurora flips.
Makes sense for
Yeah.
Aurora.
Yeah, just trying to be, they knew this merge was probably happening soon, but just in case there was another tribal trying to be like, Russell should be the next one to go.
I can see that.
Yeah, but we are here at the merge.
It's a even 6-6.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say it was a very exciting pre-merge. There was highlights definitely. There was highlights.
Yeah.
But there was that slog where your tribe just got kind of taken down.
Yeah.
Someone
took a tear down through it all. The Orange Alliance was decimated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think we do have some pretty strong contenders here. I think Bob is a huge front runner here.
I think definitely Bob, Rick, Russell, Malcolm as well, and potentially Rupert. I want to see more of Rick before I'm like on the Rick train, you know?
Yeah. There's still a little bit there. Boston Rob also, he went to war with Russell and they both got out of it alive.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see where, because we have outsiders from the original, and we have people that were, at odds ends. So it's like past tribe alliances. How is that going to play into effect?
Yeah, and we also have to remember in Caramoan, the first person that made it to the merge, Corinne still didn't make the jury. So we still have one person that will just miss that cut.
Evil.
So we'll see who that is when the time comes. So yeah, we got some alliance here. Call Rupert and Russell. They've been together pretty much. They voted together every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see who wins immunity though.
So Bob
wins immunity.
Yay!
Man, I'm rooting for him so hard. Like I think he's already made all-star strides.
I mean, I already just kind of put him down, but
he could be the first jury member. Like he could go out next. I still think he's made all-star.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Malcolm has the idol, Rupert has the idol. No one has found the favorite tribe idol, and no one finds it here. But Bob and Janet are now very weak alliance. Is Janet going to be targeted here?
I think he might be. That's all we really have to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be Janet's.
I don't want it to, but at the same time, it makes too much sense.
Yeah. Malcolm does not play the idol. Rupert plays the Go to Tribe Idol.
Okay.
He will be safe. He's in the he's in the jury phase.
Is it all
First vote
right?
goes to Rupert, does not count. Second vote goes to Rupert, does not count. Third vote goes to Rupert, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Rupert, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Rupert, does not count. Sixth vote goes to Rupert, does not count. Seventh vote goes to Rupert, does
Well,
not count. Eighth vote goes to Rupert, does not count.
who did
Ninth
Rupert
vote
vote
goes to
for?
Rupert, does not count. 10th vote goes to Rupert, does not count. That means it's probably Rupert and Russell, right? You got to imagine that they're going to vote together.
Yeah. So who was the target?
Ozzy!
Damn.
He has been removed from the game by not his own way
Damn.
3 times.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
This is brutal.
Damn.
This was a Russell Rupert shenanigans at its finest.
Good move, but damn.
Yeah.
Ozzy I mean, realistically, someone you want to get out early in the merge, but damn.
Yeah.
Go out like that.
Yeah, right before he doesn't even make the jury. We can't even like try to justify, hey, he made it to the jury. Unfortunate. Let's see who wins rewards. Ty, Bob, Janet, Boston, Rob, and Jamal win reward. They win a trip to a waterfall and lunch.
All right, nice.
Let's see who wins immunity. Russell Hance wins immunity. He probably needed it.
He needs it.
Yeah,
he needs it.
It
Now,
might be Rupert's.
The other person needs to find the idol. Doesn't look like it happened.
No one found an idol.
Whoa.
Laura and Russell is now a very strong alliance.
All right, Russell, what you playing?
He's got his first dumbass girl in his dumbass girl alliance.
Rora's not a dumbass girl.
Well, yeah, he's gonna have a rude awakening. Come the time. Okay.
I don't know really. I don't think it's. I would like to think that Russell Rupert really formed something with Aurora and they flipped the switch. I don't know. I don't want to name names because I feel like they all have their merits.
Yeah. I'm kind of leaning towards still Rupert. I think he just had a huge idol play where he negated 10 votes. Do you let that person make it any further?
I want to think that Russell maneuvered something and got someone.
I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. Malcolm does not play the idol. First vote goes to Janice. Second vote goes to Bob.
Not Bob.
Third vote goes to Bob.
Not Bob.
Fourth vote goes to Bob.
It looks like Bob.
Fifth vote goes to Bob.
It's Bob.
Sixth vote goes to Janet. It could.
I mean, the scroll bar.
Seventh vote goes to Janet's. Eighth vote goes to Janet's. Ninth vote goes to Janet's. 10th vote goes to Bob. And 11th vote player leading is Bob and a 6-5 vote. Damn.
You were still on my all-star list.
I think he deserves it.
Yeah. But I mean,
so yeah, this was Russell and Rupert's maneuver did this yet again.
Yeah, I see. I told you. I just didn't want it. I didn't want it to be Bob.
Yeah. So Boston Rob, Rick, James, and Aurora. Aurora is not voting with Russell, even though that their alliance is not very strong.
Maybe a throwaway vote in case of an idol.
Yeah, maybe. I also now want to point out this is a very crucial point for Russell Hance. He is this is the final 10. If he makes it past this tribal, he has made it further than any or Brantsteele appearances he has been on, and he has been on a lot.
It could be the one right now as it
Yeah.
stands.
I mean, already he is stealing the show. He is playing
He's
by far. Now that Bob's gone, I think he's playing the best game.
he's putting in the work, and I agree with you. He's definitely doing very well.
Yeah.
Other statistic, I have 4 people left. You have 6.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We only have 2 girls left, and we did start with less girls, so I guess that makes sense that we're at last. But
Yeah.
we only have Aurora and Janet left. Let's do the reward challenge. Rick, Janet, Russell, Rupert, and James win reward. They win a trip to a resort and lunch.
Beautiful.
And Jamal wins immunity.
All right. Russell was vulnerable.
Yeah. No one found the idol, but Rupert isolates himself from the rest of the tribe.
It could be him.
I think it might be Rupert.
It could be that, or maybe Rupert doesn't want to make the hard decision, get rid of Russell, his closest ally.
Yeah, maybe he knows that people are thinking about getting rid of Russell, so he's going to isolate himself, get people to vote for him, so Russell at least gets that final 9.
I don't know.
He's willing to tank his game for Russell. It has their friendship bonded that strong.
I feel it's one of the 2, so we have to see.
Malcolm does not play the idol. First vote goes to Janice. Second vote goes to Aurora.
Or not.
Third vote goes to Aurora. We're getting rid of the girls, I guess.
No.
Fourth vote goes to Aurora. Fifth vote goes to Janice. Sixth vote goes to Janice. Seventh vote goes to Janice. Eighth vote goes to Janice. Ninth vote goes to Aurora. 10th vote and player leading is Janet.
Damn it.
Damn it, Janet.
I only have 3 peeps left.
Yeah, so Russell still playing that good.
Controlling it. And he's, officially breaking new ground.
Yep. Yeah, this is definitely the best Russell Hands performance we've had yet.
I feel like Malcolm really has to be smart with his idol, and maybe he can get Russell out.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that has one, and it doesn't look like anyone's going.
No one's wanting to find it, even Russell. Survivor auction, we don't know what happens there apparently. And Russell wins immunity.
This might be his season.
It's looking like it, right?
Yeah.
James has found the idol.
Okay.
And the co-alliance dissolves.
All right. What's gonna happen?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know actually. This is we have very little to go off of after what we just saw. I'm not sure what that means in the grand scheme of things. Rupert still would isolate himself. He probably still doesn't have those social bonds as strong as some of the other people. Could be him.
Maybe. All we know, it's not Russell. Malcolm and James have an idol.
Yeah.
James has been known for playing it for other people. Malcolm having a death grip on it.
Yeah, he does not want to, waste it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We'll see.
Malcolm plays the idol.
That death grip is, a little loose, I guess.
Yeah. James does not play the idol. First one goes to Malcolm, does not count. Second one goes to Malcolm, does not count. Third one goes to Malcolm, does not count. Fourth one goes to Boston Rob.
Ooh.
Fifth one goes to Boston Rob. Sixth vote goes to Boston Rob. Seventh vote goes, and player leaving is Boston Rob. So Malcolm wasting his idol after holding it for so long.
This could be his downfall.
Yeah. Yeah, so James and Rick are on the outs now.
I mean, James has an idol, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Episode 13, part 1. This is a two-parter.
All right.
Yeah, let's see who wins immunity. Russell wins immunity again.
He's like, it's his time. It's his time.
He is determined to win the season. By hook or by crook. Well, Aurora isolates herself.
Oh no. I don't think it's her though.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I feel James is gonna play the idol, right? And it's gonna knock out someone.
It's either he's playing it and it's correct, or I think he's just gonna play just to guarantee because he was on the outs last time.
I feel he might give it to Devins.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yet again, I'm not really sure how this is going to go out. Actually, yeah, I think it could go a few different ways.
Yeah.
James does not play the idol. First vote goes to Jamal. Second vote goes to Rick. Third vote goes to Rick. Fourth vote goes to Jamal. Fifth vote goes to Jamal. Sixth vote goes to Rick. Seventh vote goes to Jamal. Eighth and final vote goes to Rick. We are tied at 4-4.
Okay.
Please.
Do they want to risk a
don't
tiebreak?
rock James out again. Don't have another rock out with someone with an idol going home. We don't want that. We don't want that. Yeah, there was a tie in the Revos. Who do you think they might flip on if there is a flip?
Maybe Jamal.
Jamal. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a Rick. I think Rick is going to stay around a little longer.
Yeah.
I don't think Russell is going to let his. I think Rick is still going to be with Russell here, and I don't think Russell's going to let anyone flip. First one goes to Rick. Second one goes to Jamal. Third one goes to Jamal. Fourth one goes to Jamal. Fifth vote goes to Rick. And player leading is Jamal.
Who's
Aurora flips.
She's playing a much subtler game than we may have anticipated.
I think she might be a sleeper threat here.
Yeah.
I think that she might get to the end with like a Russell and be that Natalie White. You know,
I can see it.
I think she knows that can work. Just let Russell take the abuse for playing just a very strong game here.
Yeah.
And let him get beat up at Final Tribal, and then be like, well, I did what he did, but you guys like me more.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like those two are the front runners in my opinion. Everyone else, I feel Kai's been too silent for my taste. Rick is he hasn't done anything wowy. Malcolm misplayed an idol. James, he really needs to improve his end game if he's going to do something. And then Rupert's not. He's been with
Russell. He's kind of been riding Russell's coattails.
Yeah.
Honestly, Russell's game plan really is bring Rupert and Aurora to the end.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, these are our only lines now. It's Malcolm and Ty, James and Rick, and James, Rick, and Russell.
Oh.
And Aurora wins immunity.
I think the claws are going to come out and she's actually going to subvert the expectations.
Yeah, I think so too. Rupert isolates himself from the rest of the tribe, though.
All right.
But the question is, does that matter? Because, I mean...
He's done it once before. I feel I don't want Russell to go home, but I feel like this is kind of the thing where Aurora might,
I think this might be one of the last chances for them to
jump
get
the
rid of
gun. Yeah.
Russell. Yeah, I think it's either now or it's like at like final four and he loses immunity and you're hoping that he doesn't win that immunity. I think, but if
Yeah,
Russell can get
this-
him, Rupert, and Aurora past this tribal, I think he's just gonna win.
see that, but I don't know. It all depends on what the simulator wants to do.
Yeah. James does not play the idol.
All right.
First vote goes to Malcolm. Second vote goes to Rick. Third vote goes to Malcolm. Fourth vote goes to Rick. Fifth vote goes to Malcolm. Sixth vote goes to Rick. One vote left. Malcolm. The tribe has spoken. That means they're down to one person left, right?
Yep, it's
tie?
tie. He's done nothing.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I mean, I think he's being smart because he's on the verge of being to the finale. Like he's playing it different this time. Like very, very. I wouldn't say under the radar because I don't think he's really doing anything.
I would consider it an underdog game. Like
maybe an underdog. I don't know. I got to see more of him because right now the two clearest front runners are Aurora and Russell.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay, reward challenge. Aurora wins reward and shares it with Ty.
One.
Yeah, the loved ones. And she can give up their rewards. The other four players get one, but she keeps the rewards. She doesn't do the Brenda.
Oh, that's a winning that challenge is just horrible.
I really think winning the loved ones is not the best strategy.
They kind of changed it in current Survivor where it's like, usually like a team wins.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was one of the very screwy ones.
Yeah. James wins immunity.
All right.
That puts him in the finale, right? Yeah, that puts him in the finale. Yeah. Okay. Aurora isolates herself from the rest of the tribe.
Could it be her time?
It might.
I don't want it to.
It might. If it's the Brenda thing, Brenda wins this reward. Regardless of what she did, she's gonna have someone that wants to take her out.
Yeah, I feel. Then again, Russell is such a huge threat.
Yeah, but it's also like Russell shouldn't want to flip right now. He should want Russell, Rupert, and Aurora. Final three. Like that would be his ideal strategy. He wins that final three most likely.
I'd say Russell with him and any combination of Rupert, Aurora, and Devins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ty.
Yeah, so this might be Ty. Ty might be the easy vote. So I think it's either Aurora if the reward is coming in, or it's Ty because it's the easy votes.
I'm gonna say Ty. I'm getting rid of my last person, but I'm gonna say Ty.
James does not play the idol. First vote goes to Aurora. Second vote goes to Russell.
Is it?
Third vote goes to Aurora. Fourth vote goes to Aurora.
It doesn't. Dang.
Fifth vote player leaving is Aurora.
Aurora, wow. You played a spectacular game.
I'm letting you guys know. I am probably bringing her back for All-Stars. Like I had in my All-Star list one guy and one girl spots available, and I think it's pretty clear right now who those two spots are going to.
Yeah, Aurora and Russell.
Yeah, like
it's not watching duke it out.
Exactly. Like if you've watched this video, you can tell who's getting that spot. But yeah. So Aurora goes.
Final five. All guys.
Yep. Yeah.
I think it has to be Russell. He deserves to win this one.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's definitely played a very solid game. And he wins immunity. Yeah.
That's not a sarcastic one either. This.
But the behavior of Russell is rubbing the tribe the wrong way.
All right, so it's not Russell, it's not James.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either Rupert, Ty, or Devins, and I feel it's Ty's.
I think I think it might be Rupert's. I think Russell thinks, I think he's having a paranoia moment out there. I think in his past games he gets that tight knit group of people that he thinks he can beat at the end, and then they beat him in the end. So I think now he's like, well, what if I turn on that tight knit group and then go with other people at the ends?
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I just
James
feel
plays the idol, obviously. First vote goes to James, does not count. Second vote goes to James, does not count. Third vote goes to Rupert.
you were right.
And Rupert goes home. It was Rupert and Ty
Ty's
voting
on the
together.
out.
Ty is on the out still. Oh. So
All
here
right.
we are, final four.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
I
Russell.
mean, we're in the same. Russell's still playing the best game. It's going to be really sad if we get another case where he goes home right here.
I mean, the name of the game is subverting expectations.
That's true.
Unless the subverting of expectations is the fact that the subversion of expectations is not actually subverted.
Like, because if Russell Hands wins this, he will
That's
then
the
go. He'll then hit that top tier winners that we've had.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but at the same time, like, I actually don't know if any of these three want him in the final with him.
He has to win this, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, reward challenge. Ty wins reward. He wins an advantage in the final challenge.
Could this put him over the edge?
Ty wins immunity.
I think this is Russell's. Yeah.
But who wins if Russell goes home?
Maybe Ty.
You think Ty?
Maybe Ty.
It might be Ty. I guess because he's the underdog. Like, people love an underdog story.
I think it's.
I mean, we see the first votes. We knew Russell was probably getting a vote here, but it's actually him. I think it's either him or James.
Yeah, I can see James. I feel Devins is going to make it. Yeah. It's just, if they're smart, they get rid of Russell.
Yeah. First vote goes to Russell. Second vote goes to James. Third vote goes to Russell. Please, please,
Oh,
please,
no.
please. Russell played one of the best losing games of Survivor.
I'm so sorry.
That's really hard.
I am so sorry. All right, I'm
rooting for Ty now. I'm rooting for Ty. I don't want James or Rick to win, to be honest. I don't think they play, like, at least Ty, I can see, like, he beat Russell. Like you can spin think he won immunity, he beat Russell.
Yeah, kind of like, waiting for his time and then striking. James, I can kind of see, but I'm leaning more towards Ty.
Yeah, and Rick has been a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see who wins. There's a 3-3-2 tie for the winner.
Oh my God.
I will say this was a very close race. Like this, okay.
Yeah.
What I would consider this a parallel would be if Ben and HHH lost and there wasn't a fire making challenge or whatever, and it was Ryan, Devin, and Christy at the ends. I can
see that.
They're the unexpected people to be there, but because of that, they're so close.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So James and Ty, those were the two people that we thought we could see winning. The question is, who does Rick vote for?
I gotta say, come on, Ty.
Ty is the winner.
Oh yeah!
Wow, can you believe that you lost like everyone except for Ty?
Ty is one of the best players because of this.
Yeah,
plays 3 in a row.
Performance-wise, yeah.
takes down the best player of the season, and then boom.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see who voted for who. Bob voted for James. Janet voted for Ty. Boston Rob voted for James. Jamal voted for Ty. Malcolm voted for James. Aurora voted for Rick.
Oh,
Rupert voted for
Rupert.
Rick. And Russell voted for Ty.
He recognizes
Russell
his game.
respected. He respected.
Yeah.
And Aurora wins the fan favorite of the fan
Well
favorites.
deserved too. Well deserved too.
Yeah, it was definitely Aurora and Russell. I think they were the front runners for this.
I agree. All right, let's look at these stats. Or
Yeah,
oh no,
placements. Yeah. So yeah, we've come
solid season
yeah.
in my book.
Yeah. This was the Russell Hant show for a good chunk. And I mean, I love Russell Hant, so I love a season that has a lot of Russell. So and Aurora, I think, was a great breakout star as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the only one of the people who it's their first time that did good.
Crushes it.
Yeah. Bob, I think, did really good too.
Oh yeah.
Even though he's the first jury member, all the way through this,
he laid the groundwork to go much further. It was just like wrong side of the numbers.
Yeah, it was just not good for him there.
Bad timing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Elaine and Ozzy, I think they're going back in the box.
Yeah.
You know,
Ozzy, it has to be something really big for him to come back out.
Yeah, and I'm trying to also think. I'm not sure what gimmicks or things that are going to force Ozzy to come back. This was one of those like he kind of has to come back for this. I'm not sure if we're going to have another one like that.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Summary statistics. Russell Hantz with that 4 immunity wins.
Mm-hmm.
Aurora and Russell were the most strategic, followed by Jamal.
Understandable. Yeah.
James only received 1 vote against him.
Yeah, I feel like this is one I'm interested to see watching back and like, you know, looking at how everyone kind of played and how far back was Aurora really playing. Because
there was like a moment where I kept feeling like I feel like she was doing like a lot, but at the same time, like Russell was still just like, you know, the driving force for such a huge chunk of that.
I agree.
So I do think Aurora played a pretty good game. Definitely going to be worthy of an all-star spot. Okay, and that's going to do it for this episode of Survivor Day After Podcast.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm sleepy, so that's why
you
may have not heard the loudest screams, but you know, still, I liked it. I enjoyed it, and yeah, Ty finally won, and arguably one of the best to have played in our Brantsteeles.
Yeah,
this kind of like puts it in there, like, you know,
he's played 3 times. The first time he got 4th, second time he got 5th, and then this time he won.
Yeah. Way to go, Ty.
Yeah, good job, Ty. So we are going to see you guys all next episode for our I guess that our draft is coming up next for All-Star 6.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy that, and peace out.
Adios.